Hi everyone, it's Galina, thank you for joining me. Today I want to share with you how to create slider card with hidden sentiment inside. I'll be using a beautiful February card kit from Pink and Paper shop. I'm starting with stamping adorable creature with my stamping tool. I'm using watercolor paper and archival black ink because I'm going to color it with my distress inks. I stamp it twice to get a nice crisp image. You can use any kind of stamping tool as well as acrylic block. Then I am cutting out my otter with coordinating dies. My base platform is magnetic platform, so I don't use any washi tape to hold my dies. Now I'm jumping into coloring my otter. I'm using scattered straw, vintage photo and tear dye inks. I'm applying inks on the acrylic block, it's my custom-made color palette. And I'm coloring my otter with water brush. I'm starting from the dark sides on his little butt, under the paws and on the head. I'm start with darker color. I'm pushing ink from the side to the center with water. If you're interested in how I color my creatures, please enjoy the process. To color his cute little nose, I'm using black pen from Copic. I almost forgot to color his belly. For this step, I'm using dried Marigold and Spun Sugar distress inks. Again, I'm applying inks on the acrylic block and then coloring the belly with my water brush. At last, I'm adding details on my image. You can definitely skip this step, but I like darker accents on my images. I'm using dark brown color pencil and just adding small touches to create texture on my image. I want to see clouds on my card background, so I'm creating this mask with clouds. You can use any die cuts with clouds or any other dies, but I don't want to use a lot of dies which are not included in this kit. I draw clouds with my pencil and cut with scissors using heavy white cardstock. And using my round blending tool, I'm applying distress inks. At first I'm starting with Spun Sugar, then with Stuttered Rose. I mix these both colors on my card base. As you can see, my homemade cloud mask works really well. Using rectangle frame die, I'm cut a frame using paper from this kit with cute little hearts. And I'm preparing my water. I'm using light blue cardstock and light blue vellum. If you haven't any colorful vellum in your stash, you can use regular white vellum or color it with distress markers or Copics or any other medium you may have. I glue these two pieces on the back of my frame and cut one more part from light blue vellum. The third piece will be our slider. I'm applying just few drops of liquid adhesive and I'm glue otter directly on this third part. Also I cut from transparent acetate small piece. Using this small piece I can pull otter out. I'm glued with double-sided adhesive tape on the back of my image. And now it's time to prepare hidden sentiment. I'm using one of the sentiments from this otter stamp set. And I'm stamping sentiment using stamping position tool because I want to make sure my line is perfect, straight. I'm stamping using Acrylic black ink because this ink dries quickly and you can't smash it. Also, I'm stamping small images from this stamp set, a few hearts, shells and fishes. I'm coloring them with my Copic markers. Because of this black ink doesn't work with Copic markers, I make sure that my ink is completely dry and I'm coloring my images very careful. Here you can see which colors I was using. They don't look very bright on this tab because of my dark surface, but on the card they will be brighter. On the back of my frame I glue adhesive foam to add more dimension to my slider. And now I'm checking how it works. Everything is fine and I can glue my frame on the card base. At the end I decided to add more accents on my card, so I draw flying seagulls. Also I stamp and I cut tiny heart from this set and glue it on my card. And here I'm showing how this card works. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel for more videos. See you soon!